It's your time.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vicki, and it is your time. And my co-host is
Dawna and
Yay!
co-host and cohort. I like that when you said that cohort. And it's your time, and it is your time to, I don't know, tell us about meditation, what you see and what you feel and what you experience in certain meditations. So today, oh, go ahead.
But today we're going to talk about special meditations that we all have gone through, and some people have actually given us very generously given us their visions, their thoughts, their experiences through the Mother of Creation meditation from Ann Tucker.
That's right. And she said her name is Isla. And when she started to, now here I am starting in right away. When she started to say that, oh, she gave me a name, and what came through to me was something like Elise or Alicia, and then she said Isla, and I was like, wow, that was really close. I
It
got really
was.
close. Yeah. So she's still, Mother of Creation still likes MOC. She thinks it's cute, but she liked the name Isla because why? I forget. Because La is love and I is I am. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
That's it. So, yeah. So, if you don't know who this is, tune in to Ann Tucker, ANNETUCKER. We'll put the link in. And she's doing 40-day, she's calling it a 40-day glow up, GLOW up. And because people are calling it a blow up, I'm like, no, it's a glow up.
That's right.
Oh, you're doing that blow up? No, I'm not. Um, and I thought it was 30 days. I thought it was until
No, it's 40.
she lengthened it. So, and that's really that's very, it's tough for a channeler to have to do that every day. Plus, she does other channeling every day.
Mhm.
So, I think that's wonderful. And we're very blessed that she's doing this.
Yes.
Um, and so we had our friends that we met through Ann Tucker. That's how we met, was through Ann Tucker. And we have Candace Stillman and Meg Sargent Galanti. I hope I'm saying that right. I just call her Meg, so I hope I said that right. And then we'll talk about our own. And Candace, you have seen, she's been on she was on one of the first interviews, one
Hmm.
of the first few.
Yes.
Um, and we'll put that link in there too. Good idea. So she said, this is Candace Stillman. Thank you, Candace. Feeling into the Mother of Creation energy has been game changing for me to move from an intellectual understanding into a lived experience. That's very deep. That's true.
Hmm.
To identify a few of these experiences, I would pick the experience of the multi-dimensional expression of how very expansive my energy is to be in my office with Mother of Creation, yet with a child in the Ukraine, bring hope and love as an angel. Another experience I had was going into my field and identifying where I am leaking energy. With Mother of Creation with me, I felt along a wall I remember that one, to find dips that revealed areas I need to close of need to close a door or window to seal out the leaking energy of the fear of loved ones dying. This opened up space for me more fully in the present moment and very freeing. Yeah, that's wow. She was afraid of loved ones dying. I was afraid of my connection with money. So now I feel really cheap, but hers is very deep. That's very deep. The third most profound experience for Candace, she said she was accepting doubt alongside my dreams by just being aware without giving it power. This was through tapping into the energy of trees. I loved that one. That once were visually in the ground around me, but no longer visible. The rustle of leaves could be heard, the color changing of the leaves could be felt. Yet I was in an open field. This brought realization that I can dream and have doubts that I cannot see the proof with my eyes, but can feel its presence. Wow,
That's
that is
beautiful.
so beautiful. Well, yeah, and I remember that, that actual, it was, that was one where I fell asleep, but I remember the beginning where we walked into a forest and, imagine if I felt we were walking into a forest by what she said, but we really weren't. She said, feel the trees around you, feel, and then she said, you are not in a forest, you are just feeling it. And I was like, wow. And then I fell asleep. So I don't remember what else happened, but I've always had a connection with trees. But so that, wow, to actually feel the leaves, the leaves growing, and oh yeah, there was one thing I did get from that was having to do with it could be because it's hard when you are in connection with plants and that when they die, and their fall is something that teaches us about death. So Candace learned a lot from that. She's, because the leaves die and fall. So yeah, did you have?
Death is a very real piece of life, and that is one of the gifts that we are given, is to experience death. Hate to say it that way, but it
It's
is
true.
it is a gift to be able to experience the pain, the grief, the sorrow, the love that comes with the passing.
And it was a big thing for me when my dad passed. That's what started me on my spiritual journey. So to me, when you say it's a gift, I totally see that. I do. And it's a gift for ourselves too. When we pass, whenever it's going to be, we're going to see, we'll see for sure what was going on here. But yeah, thank you, Candace. That's so beautiful. I love that.
Was
And there are so many that I wish I had journaled every one, but it's like
But we wouldn't have time for that.
I know we. Oh no, no, just for myself, not so I could read them all. No, no, just so that I could have,
Got it.
like they said, what they learned from each thing. So Meg, as early as day 2, I had an almost manic happy feeling, and I've had many times like that. It was the same feeling energy that I had for 2 weeks after Anne's Expand Your Heart retreat. Ah, yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. The Mother of Creation, aka MOC, aka ILA, is such a powerful being that she's been able to heal so much in me in a small amount of time. I feel that I've continued to heal some very deep wounds. I feel emotionally and physically lighter. She is helping me, a strong empath, to not absorb every sad or troubling thing in the world, but rather observe. And it's working. I've changed inside, and my clarity of situations, people, places is heightened. My communication is much clearer and patient, and I have felt more peaceful. I literally love the trees. I love the pulse of Gaia and all living things here. I'm changing my life with these blessings, informative videos, and discussions from the Ann Tucker community. That's really great. That is so
That is great.
cool. Yeah.
And when she said that she's learning to distance herself, I wrote in my Noodle Brain page, it's like, distance from the instance, which,
Oh, I like that.
yeah, I liked it too. It just came out when I was writing. It's like, ooh, distance
Yeah.
from the instance. And that is seeing it from a higher perspective.
Yeah.
And I had gotten something that came in, when something troubling was going on. And it said, this is not for you to care about. And it made me think, there are so many troubling things going on in this world, but unless and you can have compassion forever for these things, but don't let it drag you down, because that is not what you're here for. You are here to rise above
Right.
and to keep the frequency of, joy and happiness and love and, the higher frequency emotions. So, you know, when when I heard this is not for you to care about, it wasn't out of not feeling for
Right.
for for that instance that happened, but you have to see that instance in a bigger picture. It is part of the puzzle of what is happening. because things do have to break down before they can be rebuilt. And that is a very, very difficult thing to watch, but we're here for it.
Yes, yes, that's it. And unfortunately, things are still going to be breaking down for the
Mhm.
next year or so.
It's not done.
Yeah, and some of it could be tough. So,
Mhm.
this is
But
why we have so many people and guides and beings that are telling us that exact
mhm.
thing. And what you said, you got to write that down. I want to
I
put
did
that
write
on
it
a
down. It
sticky
was on
note.
my noodle brain.
I, wa-
I did.
oh yeah, I remember it. I remember. Yeah, but it didn't make such a
Well,
big,
see, that's why I'm bringing it up.
yeah, it didn't make such a big impact until
No.
you said it. Hearing it was different than reading it.
And that's why I like to revisit some of these things
Yeah, that's good.
because people get it in their own time.
And then we were just talking about that. Yeah. And are you making fun of me?
I am
I
not
know. I
actually.
no. But we were just talking about that beforehand. But shamanically, that's how I learned to back off from things. I'm so glad everybody's learning it in their own place, in
Mhm.
their own way, and that's what it's all about. But
And that,
shamanically, it's to fly like fly on the eagle's back or the condor is what they say. But or I've even told people, there are birds in your yard. Just imagine you're flying with the birds and looking down. What would they think of what's going on? And I mean, you're thinking that they're thinking like a human, but you know what I mean. But you can look at the situation and see all the people in it, and that will hopefully expand your idea of being empathetic. There's nothing wrong with being empathetic, feeling for others, but your feeling goes there, not here. You don't hold on to
right.
it.
And that's why, so many of us are empaths. And that's why I kind of like the word compassion, because it gives you a layer of distance. You can have compassion without being in it.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Oh, you're so good with words. I love that. So, oh, thank you so much, Meg. You put that so well.
Mhm.
We know
And
some
it brought up a
wonderful people.
wonderful conversation.
Yes, and we have so many wonderful people that we've met through Anne, and Anne is very proud of that. She mentions that every so often, not just her community, as in her online community, but the fact that people have met. And
Mhm.
I mean, at times she's mentioned the podcast once. That was nice. She didn't mention who. She just said, and they're doing podcasts and they're having meetings and they're having lunches, and that's what we were doing. So that was cool. But it's a good thing for her to know that it's not just that she's doing this every day out of the kindness of her heart either. I mean, she has maybe 6 months ago she said something about that this was a turn of events that she wanted to do, is to have people setting up their own communities, having people getting together and doing this. And that's why she did that, why she did the thing in Arizona, the first one that she did. That's why she did it. And she took MOC on the road. That was so funny.
Yeah.
But
But
anyway,
anyway, so did we want to have a few last words for the Mother of Creation before we
I
end this podcast?
I would I was gonna read what
Oh,
I wrote.
yes. Well,
Is that okay?
you need to jump in.
I need to speak up, me.
You do.
I okay. I'm learning to not, so that's why. So there you go. But what I have seen, and I don't know when this started, and I'm not sure if it happens with other meditations because I think I've seen it a few times before, but it might have been because it was Mother of Creation. I don't know. Anyway, but I see a mandala, and it's like a. At first, it was just like my third eye tunnel, and then it spread out, and it's like a mandala of shiny lights that does this. And I don't know if I think it's supposed to be going with my heartbeat or something, but it doesn't seem to match up. So I'm thinking it's something out there. So it's Mother of Creation's breath. I don't know, but it was more pronounced and much larger when the more each day that you do these or evening for me that you do these meditations. And in one of the meditations, it became a diamond shape, but it didn't move. And so it looked kind of like a God's eye. I guess that's what we used to call them, right? And so I don't know, maybe I'm seeing nebulas. I don't know what it is. Anyway, but there, because I always see orbs. I see my celestial helpers that come to me and from orbs, and there's one that comes to me that's kind of blue green. I know who that is, and all these things. But this was different, and within that mandala, she has, when she's talking about one time we were supposed to be flying through space, and I saw all this stuff coming at me, like it's like on Star Trek, when they're
Yeah, yeah.
when the ships are flying. And other times it was bubbles that were flying at me and not going up, flying at me. So it's like you're always moving forward with her. But once I asked a question aloud, like, because when I'm channeling my celestial helpers and I'm recording it, sometimes a question comes out and I just say it, and I just asked the question as per normal, like I do, and she answered, and it was Anne's voice. And but while I could hear Anne's voice channeling the Mother of Creation was talking to me, and that was that was really weird. I thought it was great, and I didn't miss a word of either. I remember. I don't remember what I asked her, but I know that she answered me, and then she asked, "Do you like me? Do you?" If She asked me if I liked her asking, because she said, "Do you like it?" And I said, "Yes, of course." Like, yeah, do it anytime. It's fine with me. And she giggled her joyous giggle, and then she just receded, and Anne's voice came in louder, and there was no interruption in either one. So I've had that before where when I'm channeling, and I've had my own little conversations with them while the voice is coming out of my mouth. So this was that's kind of the same thing. But many times I seem to fall asleep with Mother of Creation, and I don't. Anne says that's okay. I don't know whether that means that you're draining too much energy, or I don't know. But I do always see things through my third eye with her, just like I see when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes she'll send me like a person's face that I don't know who it is, but and other times I see actual events. And one time I saw a kind of like a wheel in the sky, and I was thinking Ezekiel. And then later that day, I saw a news thing that Nick Jackson, I think his name is, who does these little funny little news shorts on Facebook, and he said that by 2027 they're going to have a hotel, and they showed the picture of the wheel in the sky. So I don't know why MOC would tell me about that, but because I can't afford $1 million hotel, but just to go there, it's $1 million. But anyway, but other times I do see it in the mornings. I'll see events that then happen later. But with Mother of Creation, most of the time it's people or nature that she brings to me. So that's my experience with her. But she does look like she kind of flits around within my third eye before it turns into a mandala, and she looks kind of like Tinkerbell, I guess, kind of. But like a fae, but she has like a long tail. And somebody had a picture of an angel, and they had like that going behind them. I don't know what you call that. Like when you draw a baseball, a ball flying, they put that thing behind it, whatever that's called. That's what I see behind her. And she'll come at me like an orb, and then she turns into that, and then it turns into this mandala. It's so cool. And I feel
Mandalas are like a microcosm of creation.
Right. Metatrons.
Right, because it starts from a center and it goes out, and it's all the same things, but going out in different aspects and different directions.
Like fractals.
Yeah. So, and I wanted to point out, this is my Lotus. Yes, because I don't often get to her meditations at 10:30, but I was on it yesterday, and she started talking about a lotus flower. And it's like, that's my lotus flower in honor of her meditation yesterday morning.
Aw, that's so nice. Oh, I
Yes.
imagine she would love that. That's so cool. And I've done every one, even though I had to do. I did a couple days. I've had to do two, like one in the morning, the next, and then the evening or whatever. But I've done every one of them. And when there are so many people from all over the world that are on this,
Yeah.
and so
That's dedication. It really does take dedication.
that's the word, dedication. I couldn't think of it. So yeah, we Anne is such a blessing. I am so grateful for her. So she's done so much to help enliven my life, enrich my life.
Hmm.
Yeah. You're like, mm-hmm.
Well, and her path, is to help awaken, everybody else, as many people as can tune into her, and she's doing a wonderful job.
Yes, she is. She's fantastic, and her group that works with her is too. The
Mhm.
community is pretty good too. I did the 2 week free thing, but I haven't continued with it. But oh, and also you did the first
Oh, convergence.
Soul Convergence, and Meg has done 3. I think she's up to 3. So so many people do a lot with her. I just do the lives and and of course this because people need to share what they've experienced. So if you have a special experience like that, feel free to put it in the comments if you want to. And if you're from somewhere else, let us know where you're from. It'd be nice to see who all is watching and and how this is affecting you. It's a wonderful thing. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, were you laughing or coughing?
I was coughing.
Okay.
I muted myself.
I mean, I always do.
I know
So
you do.
anyway, so as we're not like perfect podcasters, we're just people, and just people doing the same things that other people do, just wanting everyone to be able to have this same thing available to them.
And, it reminded me of our last podcast when you're talking about people joining, groups, finding one that speaks to you and join it because you do, you come into, different perspectives. You can become always like this, you can become a fuller version of your true self just by listening to people with other perspectives and realizing what is true for you.
That's right. And also you can learn discernment for yourself.
Mhm.
If and find people that are of like mind. That's always a good thing
Yeah.
to have, validation. That's
Mhm.
so cool. And that you can see that when you watch these Mother of Creation, the glow ups. They're on YouTube. When people talk about because Anne talks to everyone afterwards about the experience, and
Mhm.
so and she tells us what I always love that she can tell us what she sees as
Mhm.
she's channeling because I see something different, and so it's always nice to and or especially if I fell asleep, it's always
Yeah,
nice to know what
that's
she
always
saw.
nice to get her perspective.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, so we hope you enjoy this and put your comments in here, and thanks again to Meg and Candace, and we
And
always
Donna.
and Donna. I always do that too. Thank you, Donna, and thank you, beautiful body that Donna is living in. I always do that every day. But and also shout out to Mary Richards. Thank you so much for the AI stuff that you do for us. So yay! And
Yay.
there was a Mary Richards that was in the community, and I thought it was our Mary Richards. And I said, "Hi, much love." And then I looked at the picture and I went, "Oops, it's not her."
But it's always nice to send love anyway.
It is always good to send love. So there you go.
There
Another
you go.
Mary Richards. So anyway, so thank you
Thank you.
for doing this with us and staying with us and thank you, Vicki.
Well, you're welcome.
All
And we
right.
will see you again later.
Okay. It's your time.
It's your time.
It's your time.